I don't quite know how I feel about Army of the Dead. There were some really good scenes, there were some really dull scenes. I guess I'd say it ended up being a pretty average experience, but I don't mind having spent the time watching it. This was released in 2021. It's directed by Zack Snyder, written by Snyder, Shea Hatton, and Joby Harold. And we have a cast including Dave Bautista, Ella Purnell, Omari Hardwick, and various others. And it's largely because of Dave Bautista that I wanted to watch this, but I'm also trying to get into zombie films. And if you have any recommendations, please feel free to let me know. And I liked the concept. I found a lot of the execution to be very boring, but again, there were some scenes that were quite good. This is about a heist in Vegas during a zombie attack. Will they get the money or will they be zombified trying? I love the concept. I thought it could have been really gripping, really fun, really fascinating. And again, there were moments like that, but I found it to be really, really slow. And the zombies, they look great. They look amazing, but I didn't find them scary. Now, I didn't expect this to be a terrifying film. I didn't expect it to be one that was going to be chilling because I feel like, and this is maybe in the film's credit, I feel like the zombies are not secondary to the narrative, but they're only half of the story, the other half being the heist. Whereas with a lot of horror films, when you have the monster or the creature, in this case the zombie, they're usually the main and often the only focus. So this one I didn't expect to be terrifying, as I think there was going to be balance between the zombies and the heist aspect. And yes, that actually does work well. I think there's a nice balance. I think the focus is very effective. We have obviously some scenes about the planning of the heist, and then we have scenes that are focusing more on trying to avoid these zombies. So the balance is good. I don't have any issues with that. I think the main issue is simply that it's quite boring for a lot of the film. The narrative is quite slow in places, but again, the good bits are very, very good. Visually, I'd say it's a very impressive film. I didn't care for any of the characters, but the performances were very good. And I guess ultimately I can sum up by saying it's not bad. I didn't mind it. And I wouldn't watch it again, but I'm happy to recommend it. I wasn't that satisfied with the zombie part of it, but they did look great. I wanted it to be a little scarier. They could have made it scarier while still keeping that balance. It's more of an action horror than a terrifying horror, and I guess it works. It works well enough, but the pacing's not great. The characters are fine, the performances are very good. Visually, it's a satisfying film. So there are enough elements that are done very well that I came away from it feeling pretty satisfied with the experience, but it didn't quite meet my expectations. That being said, I'm happy to recommend it. If it sounds like a film for you, then I'd say Army of the Dead is worth giving a chance.